What's going on, guys? Ryan with Jedha Patrol back with another video. Today I'm going to show you how to find waitlisted items. Let's get started. That's right, guys, Ryan back with another video. Today we're going to talk about how you can find waitlisted items. But before we get into that, I've got to tell you there's some other things you need to think about before you go down this path. The first thing is this: if there's something dropping, a 6 scale figure, a statue, probably a 6 scale figure, hot toy figure, it's best to pre-order it if you think you might want it. Now, there's a couple places you can pre-order stuff. You can pre-order stuff through Sideshow Collectibles, links down below, and you typically gonna have to pay a non-refundable deposit on that item. Usually it's about 10% of whatever the retail price is. So there's that. But you can set up payment plans, do all that kind of stuff. Or you can pre-order through Collector's Own. You can use my discount code PATROL, save 5%, and all's well on that front. They got payment plans as well. So links down below for those too. But the main thing I guess you should put some thought into is don't get caught by the I missed it. Don't get caught by that. And let's talk about this. There are some figures out there that people have missed out on. Most recently, probably going to be the Han Solo Mud Trooper. That one's going to be one people are hyped about and are tracking down. This is actually one that I've used this tip that I'm going to show you guys here in just a minute, how to find multiples of that figure if you want an army build and it's waitlisted. That figure was waitlisted before it even started shipping in the States. So that's what I'm talking about. Director Krennic was a popular one. That was one. The Han Solo Deluxe was a popular one. There's all kinds. You never know which figure is going to jump on the hype train and just going to be sold out before it actually even gets to shipping in the States. And therefore, if you wait till about that time, you might miss out on something. But never fear, even if you do that, even if you make that mistake, I'm going to show you guys how to find stuff that is waitlisted. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is actually going to pull up the Sideshow Collectibles website. That's right. I know you're talking about, well, it's waitlisted. You can't find it. Now, I guess we should determine and we should explain for the new collectors out there what waitlisted means before I even jump into this. So let me just bear with me a second. We've got a lot of new collectors out there. So when a figure is released by Hong Kong or announced by Hot Toys over in Hong Kong, they actually put these things up for pre-orders. Typically, you got about a year wait, sometimes 2 years. In the Hulkbuster case, sometimes 3, 4, 5 years, kind of crazy. But typically you've got a year to decide whether or not you want to pick up this figure or not, whatever that character is. So you've got plenty of time to make a decision. Now, when an item comes into Sideshow Collectibles, which is the official distributor for the United States, all the figures go through there, whether they're in comic shops, whether they're your local online stores, whatever it is. All of the figures in the United States come through Sideshow Collectibles. They're the official distributor. So it's a pass-through, okay? So they get, and then they wholesale it out to all these different places. So what happens is they'll sell their allocations first, and then you have the option to buy all that kind of stuff from them, and eventually they're going to sell out from their stock. Now, they've got other items going out to other places, but their stock is sold out. In other words, they're waiting on pre-orders to come in and ship out to collectors. Now, sometimes what happens on waitlist items, and you should jump on the waitlist if there's a character you think you might want. Jump on the wait list if that happens to you. But what happens is people will put down those non-refundable deposits we were talking about earlier, and then as the emails come in, Sideshow goes, oh, you got 7 days to pay XYZ, whatever the dollars, $200, $300, $400, whatever that is. Some collectors go, oh, I changed my mind, I don't want that figure. Or I don't have the money and I can't buy that right now. And then what happens is the people who are in line, like in a queue in a roller coaster or whatever, whoever's next in line gets the opportunity to buy that slot. So that's kind of how it works. Okay. So you should absolutely jump on the wait list if there's something you think you might want. Okay, so it's not a hopeless thing. There's some people get converted, but you're not guaranteed a spot. So I want to tell you a way so you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to wait. And the first thing we're going to do, guys, we're going to pull up the Sideshow Collectibles website, sideshow.com. I'll put a link down below if you want to check that out. So currently they've got a bunch of Black Friday deals going on, but I don't want to worry about any of this. There's a Cyclops we're looking at here, a Mando, we got Star-Lord. There's all kinds of stuff. I want you to bypass every bit of this. None of this matters, although that Venom character 6 scale figure is actually pretty sick. And we just talked about Miles Morales. go check out that video at 6 Scale News we put out just last night. So that's cool. We're going to bypass all of this stuff. We're not going to worry about the deals. We're not going to worry about any of this stuff. We're not going to sign up for the newsletter, although you probably already have if you are collecting these things. But we're going to go way down here in the bottom into the footer of the website. And what I'm concerned with right here, I'm going to zoom in here, is I want to look for the retail store locator. So when we click on that, it's going to say, hey, look, the store locator is loading, and it's going to say, do you want to find your location? Now, I'm making a YouTube video, so I'm not going to show my location because that would be kind of crazy. If you don't show your location, I recommend not doing that anyways. This is why. This is going to show you all of the Sideshow official retail stores in wherever. So if I just hit here, if I hit show all locations, check this out. We're going to get a map over here on the right. And here are all the official distributors for Sideshow Collectibles all throughout the United States. Look at this thing. If we zoom in, you can see all of these places. Now, this is where it's get good. Nobody ever does this. Like, nobody does this. I don't know why nobody talks about this. But here, I'm giving you my tips and tricks, and now I'm never going to be able to find anything again, and that's just how it goes. But let's say you are looking for a Han Solo Mud Trooper, and it has just hit waitlist at Sideshow Collectibles. And let's say you are in North Carolina, okay? I happen to be in North Carolina. So here we are in North Carolina. Look at all these retail locations we got here. So what you would do from here is find a location close to you or even far away from you, and you just pick up the freaking phone and you call these people. Now there's two things you can do. The simplest way is to call them, okay? Let's say I want to pick, here's one here. This is Ultimate Comics in Raleigh, North Carolina. There's their phone number, there's their address. You can absolutely pick up the phone, call them and say, hey, listen, I'm looking for this figure. Do you have yours yet? Because chances are, they either haven't gotten their deliveries from Sideshow Collectibles yet. If it's a pretty hype figure, they probably haven't gotten theirs yet because Sideshow customers get their figures first and then the retailers, that kind of works. So they might not have got theirs yet, or maybe it's a small mom and pop shop and they don't get a lot of floor traffic and they're gonna have something in stock. Maybe that particular store doesn't do well in Star Wars, or that store doesn't do well in DC. Well, I don't think any stores do well in DC, but that's a whole nother thing. But what you wanna do is call them and say, hey, listen, I'm looking for this figure, and I will tell you right now, when the Mud Trooper hit waitlist and I was looking to get multiples of that figure, I was able to find 4. I found 4 Mud Troopers. When this thing was dropped, it was already waitlisted Sideshow. All the things going crazy. I found 4 waitlisted Mud Troopers, all in just calling around. Now, there's 2 ways you can do it. You can pick up the phone, or I've found a pretty good success rate on hitting these shops up on Instagram. So this is the benefit is you're going to be supporting local shops. So that's always a bonus thing. That's an awesome thing to do. And you're gonna be able to find figures and not have to wait on the wait list. I'm telling you right now, I can't tell you, I found Mud Troopers doing this. I found different Stormtroopers doing this. I found Mando, even the new one, even though it's not waitlisted, I didn't feel like waiting, so I was calling around to comic shops because I didn't want to wait. Let's say I was in the back of the line. You guys know the story about my Mandalorian Hot Toys. I was in the back of the line, didn't feel like waiting. I went on here, started calling around, and I said, hey, look, have you got these? And they said, yes, we got them. I went by and picked them up. That was that, okay? This right here is introducing some toy hunting and a community that's a lot of toy buying. It just is what it is. We pre-order stuff, it shows up, a year later, and this right here will save you some headache, and it will also support your local shops. That's all I got, guys. It's simple, all right? Number one, don't hit waitlist. If you think there's something you might want, put down the deposit, 25, 30 bucks, whatever that is, deposit, pre-order the things, because that helps out. Number two, go on Sideshow Collectibles, go all the way to the bottom of the page, hit the retail store locator, and just look around. I'm telling you right now, we can back out of this guy right here, and we can look. There are so many stores, whether you're in North Carolina, Tennessee, there's Georgia. Look how many stores are around Atlanta. Crazy, right? I know, because I've been to most of these stores. There's all kinds of ways. There's Nashville. It's loaded with 6 scale collector stores. Look at this. So many. Texas, depending on what part. Texas can be a little bare depending on what part of Texas you're in. But look, San Antonio. Whew, man, so many. So this right there, guys, that's it. So what I'd like to hear from you guys, if you guys don't remember, we got a lot of giveaways going on the month of November. So for those who participate in the comment section, If you think this tip will help you out, which I know it will if you put in the work, you just gotta try, right? Don't go on eBay immediately, start paying flipper prices and scalper prices. Don't do that. Put in the work first, okay? Now, if you get something that's 6 months old, a year old, you might have less luck than something that just hit waitlist. Be mindful of that. But I will tell you right now that I know right now where there is a Han Solo deluxe figure sitting right now in a comic shop, and it's been waitlisted for 4 months or so already on Sideshow Collectibles. Comic shops have these guys. Support your local shops. Even if you have to call another state over and have them ship it to you, you can find figures if you put in the work. So I've opened the floodgates, I've revealed the secrets, and I'm probably never going to find anything again because you guys are savages. You're going to find all the figures, but that's okay. It's okay. There'll be plenty of DC figures on the shelves left over for me to go pick up. So there's that. Yeah, guys, if you enjoyed this tip, it feels helpful for you. If you think you might use it, let me know in the comment section down below what figure you might be hunting. Let me know your thoughts on this thing. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so because this is a great place to be. And join the Facebook group because we're closing in on like 5,000 people in that Facebook group, and it is freaking awesome. Awesome. Just good place to be. All kinds of good people. Whether or not you collect Funko Pops, 6-scale figures, statues, pins, coins, I don't care what you collect. Come on and join us over there. It's a good place to be. Guys, thank you for your support. We're closing in on 50,000 subscribers, which I've already secured. I have secured a ridiculous 50,000 subscriber giveaway piece. Whew, I can't wait to tell you about that one. That one's gonna be, it's a separate video. It's a separate video. You gotta subscribe. That's all I'm saying. Guys, as always, collect what you like. See you next time.